lights low, camera on me, wave crash in the background. Welcome to the story, stay wavy with the Jab TV, with the hook, every round heavy now. Better take a good look, ring bell, gloves up, hear the bass get loud.
Devin Haney versus Queen Ryan Garcia will be the biggest fight of 2026 if Ryan Garcia can beat Mario Barrios and snatch that welterweight belt from him. And I'm not too sure if he can do that, right? Now, we all know what happened the first time when Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia met up, right? Ryan Garcia completely dominated Devin Haney, dropped him 3 times, had his face swollen, looking like Alvin and the Chipmunks, you know what I'm saying? And people haven't stopped talking about that fight since it happened. And this is why I say, bro, like, if this rematch can happen next year, bro, I think that this rematch would do more pay-per-views than when Gervonta Tank Davis fought Ryan Garcia. And I say that because the narrative, right? You got Bill Haney, you got Ryan Garcia's father, you know, they're going to go back and forth. There was so much hostility from Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia leading up to the first fight because these guys fought each other 6 times in the amateurs, and both fighters won 3 times each. Devin Haney beat Ryan 3 times in the amateurs. Ryan beat Devin 3 times in the amateurs. So there's a lot of history between these 2 fighters. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we all know what happened, bro. Ryan Garcia came into the first fight overweight. Devin Haney took extra money from Ryan to still make the fight happen. Ryan popped dirty for Ostarine. And listen, boxers basically use Ostarine to maintain muscle mass while they're cutting weight, right? So to the people out there that say the Ostarine didn't make a difference, you're an idiot, okay? The whole purpose of taking the Ostarine is so when you're cutting the weight, you maintain muscle so you can be stronger, and being stronger means that you will punch harder. Now, Ryan Garcia already is a hard puncher, right? With Ostarine or not, he has one of the best left hooks in the sport of boxing. That's a fact, right? So him coming in overweight and being on Ostarine, it basically made him 10 times stronger in the ring. Let's just call it what it is, okay? Now, does that take away from the fact that Devin Haney came into the fight with the wrong game plan? No. Does that take away from the fact that Devin Haney took the extra money when he could have stopped the fight from happening when Ryan Garcia failed to make weight? No, we have to blame Devin Haney for that 100%, right? It was not just the Ostarine why Devin Haney lost to Ryan Garcia. It was Ryan being overweight, Devin Haney coming into the fight with the wrong game plan, right? And the Ostarine. All 3 of those things played a factor, you know what I'm saying? Now, Devin Haney just had a very dominant win over Brian Norman Jr. Going into this fight, everybody was saying that Brian Norman Jr. has a better left hook than Ryan Garcia. Everybody was calling Brian Norman Jr. the boogeyman at 147 after he had the knockout of the year against Jen Sasaki. And a majority of boxing fans thought that Brian Norman Jr. was going to knock out Devin Haney. And a lot of this has to do based off of Devin Haney's performance against Jose Ramirez, okay? He was running for basically 12 rounds, barely throwing any punches, and he looked like he was suffering from PTSD from the Ryan fight, right? And I'm saying this as a Devin Haney fan. Devin Haney is my favorite boxer, but I was disgusted with his performance against Jose Ramirez, and that's why so many people thought Brian Norman Jr. was going to knock out Devin Haney, right? They was calling him pillow fist. They was saying he's chinny. They was saying he's never going to be the same fighter again. And after Saturday night, he shut everybody up. Devin Haney dropped Brian Norman Jr. with a monstrous left hook that was followed up by a 1-2. He dropped him with the right hand, and he beat Brian Norman Jr. by unanimous decision. Now, I think Devin Haney could have done way more in his fight with Brian Norman Jr. I think he could have used the jab a lot more. I think he should have used that left hook a lot more. And I think he could have knocked out Brian Norman Jr. But it's obvious that the reason why he didn't do that is because Devin Haney stuck to the game plan. What you guys got to understand is this. The reason why you're not seeing Devin Haney throw that many punches is because he doesn't want to put himself in position to get dropped, okay? He took a lot of punishment in that Ryan Garcia fight. So this version of Devin Haney is basically making sure that he gets hit as least as possible. You understand what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want to take unnecessary damage. So if Devin Haney can beat you without throwing too many punches like he did against Brian Norman Jr., that's what he's going to do. He did not run, right? Was he clinching? Yes, that was a part of the game plan to keep Brian Norman Jr. uncomfortable. But don't just bring up the fact that Devin Haney was clinching, because if you look at rounds 10, 11, and 12, Brian Norman Jr. was the one that was doing more hugging and clinching than Devin Haney. So don't just say Devin Haney was clinching. Brian Norman Jr. was as well. At the end of the day, Devin Haney broke Brian Norman Jr.'s nose, okay? He dropped him in the second round, and he dominated that fight. And I told you guys leading up to that fight, it was going to look just like Devin versus Regis. I told y'all that. Go look at the video. I posted a video months ago. I've been told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. We got an upcoming fight with Ryan and Mario Barrios, right? Mario Barrios is coming off of 2 straight draws, right? 2 straight draws in a row. He had a draw against Abel Ramos, and he had a draw against a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, which is embarrassing, right? Mario Barrios could have stopped Manny Pacquiao. The reason why he didn't stop Manny Pacquiao is because he had way too much respect for Manny Pacquiao. Obviously, it seems like Manny Pacquiao may be his favorite fighter of all time, right? Every time Mario Barrios went to the body, it noticeably hurt Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao would complain to Barrios, lying that Barrios was hitting him below the belt, when he really he was getting hurt every time he went to the body, right? If Barrios would have kept going to the body, he would have stopped Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, Barrios has a loss against Gervonta Tank Davis, which is something that he shares with Ryan Garcia. Both of these guys got stopped by Gervonta Tank Davis, but Mario Barrios had the better performance against Gervonta Tank Davis. Before Mario Barrios got knocked out in the 11th round, Mario Barrios was actually beating Gervonta Tank Davis. If Barrios could have stayed in the fight and finished the fight, he would have won that fight. But Tank knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, he quit against Gervonta Tank Davis. He was dropped, and then Gervonta Tank Davis hit him with a body shot, and Ryan Garcia quit. Took a knee and quit the fight, okay? So both of these fighters have something to prove in this fight, right? You got Barrios, who's coming off of 2 draws. You got Ryan Garcia, who's coming off a loss to Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero dropped him with a left hook, beat him by unanimous decision, right? So in my opinion, this is a 50-50 fight. If I was to pick somebody to win this fight, I would have to say Mario Barrios, because Mario Barrios, he's been at 147 for years. He has the more experience. He's fought against better competition. You understand what I'm saying? And I just don't believe in Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia is not an elite boxer. Barrios is an elite boxer as well. But one thing I noticed about Ryan Garcia is he's a one-trick pony. If he can't land that left hook and knock you out, he's not going to win the fight. Right? If he can't land his left hook and knock you out, he is going to lose the fight. And Mario Barrios going into this fight, all he has to do is watch Ryan's fight with Rolly Romero, watch Ryan's fight with Gervonta Davis, and watch Ryan's fight with Devin Haney, and just work on blocking that left hook. And as long as he can do that, he'll be fine. He'll win the fight by decision. And Mario Barrios got power in his hands, bro. A lot of people, they sleep on Mario Barrios' power. Mario Barrios got some power in his hands. So if he can hit Ryan Garcia with some punches in the early rounds and make Ryan Garcia respect his punching power, that'll increase his chances even more of winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest, and I hate to say this, but I do want Ryan Garcia to beat Mario Barrios, because the fact that he couldn't beat a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, he shouldn't have that belt. And we need the rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. We need it, right? We need Devin Haney to get it back in blood, right? Devin Haney wants the rematch. Ryan Garcia wants the rematch. And Devin Haney will give himself an opportunity to prove to everybody that when he fights Ryan Garcia on a clean playing field, not coming in overweight, not coming in on Osterine, Devin Haney can prove to the world that he's the better boxer. And Ryan Garcia can prove that without the Osterine, without coming in overweight, right? Ryan Garcia can have an opportunity to prove that he's better than Devin Haney. So we need the rematch. The rematch would be huge. I think the rematch would be the biggest fight of 2026. I think it'll be one of the biggest pay-per-view fights in boxing history. And we need this rematch for the sport of boxing. So with that being said, man, let me know what you guys think about this, man. It's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video. And let me know y'all predictions, man. Who do y'all think is going to win between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome
welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this the channel you embrace. Stay